Good afternoon. My name is Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, and I've gotten the wonderful honor by my colleagues of chairing the House Foreign Affairs Committee. But my real claim to fame. Thank you. And my real claim to fame is not chairing the Foreign Affairs Committee. The real claim to fame is the high number of wonderful Iranian Americans whom I have residing in my congressional district, whom I've had the pleasure of knowing for so many years. I consider them as part of my family. Know of the great work that you have done on the important topic of delisting the MEK, and I know of your great concern. And I'm still looking at that. And you know, in our Foreign Affairs Committee, we're carefully studying that issue. But also, I want to commend you for your altruistic work that you've done with the protection of those wonderful residents of Camp Ashraf. They deserve our full protection. They've not gotten that from the Iraqi forces, and it is up to us to make sure that the Iraqi government complies with all of the accords that they have signed. Shame on us if we don't hold them accountable. So I just want to say thank you. I've got to get back to the floor. We're in the middle of the debate on the Afghanistan resolution, but I did not want this day to pass without stopping by and saying today is a day we also say we're Iranian Americans. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to read you a couple of phrases. The ballot box is the only legitimate way of achieving power. We want a pluralist system, freedom of parties and assembly. We believe in complete gender equality in political and social rights. We are committed to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and international covenants and conventions, including the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the Covenant Against Torture, and the Covenant on the Elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. We recognize private property, private investment, and a market economy. That is the platform of the MEK. The MEK is not a terrorist group, and we need to delist them immediately. Immediately. This extraordinary country that we are now in is based on high moral principle. And like other countries and other human beings, we don't always achieve the high moral principles that we set out, in our case, in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. But the special thing about the United States of America is that we should always try, and we know we should always try. There is great injustice in what we are doing. And I fully subscribe to the remarks of the previous speakers about the nature of the Iranian regime. These folks not only have done terrible and inhumane damage to their own people, they have done enormous damage to Islam itself. These people are not good Muslims. I know something about what's in the Quran. I don't recognize what these people are doing. They claim to speak for God. God will decide who speaks for God, not the mullahs and the ayatollahs in Iran. But I am here in full agreement with my colleagues about the nature of the regime and its need for its removal. But I am here even more so because I believe that this movement for freedom and democracy in Iran is not a terrorist movement. In Ashraf, there are 3,400 peaceful Iranians, women and men. They are under now a kind of a